After evangelism, the most important thing that is neglected, like worldwide, and I've seen it everywhere, is the follow-up process. They go and do crusades, they go and preach and evangelize to everyone, and people actually give their hearts to the Lord. But there's no actual follow-up because people just don't have the time to do it.
You know, you're converting, give your heart for the Lord, and you know, you're going through the Bible, and now you don't have some other material, you know, helping you through your journey with God.
They have this gap of not understanding what it means to be a born-again believer.
According to case studies, only a very small percentage of these people still follow Christ a year later.
The beginning of 2009, a group of Christian teenagers from a school nearby our home asked me if I could help them to get answers from the Word of God on how to be a real Christian. So their journey of 4 years started, where I had the privilege of discipling groups of teenagers and seeing the stability the Word of God brings into their lives, and how they were inspired and grew in commitment by the Word of God and through testimonies.
Before I started to really making time with the Lord a priority, I was very insecure about myself, and the more I spent time with the Lord, I really grew into a more secure person.
To myself, it was absolutely inspiring to see how they grew from salvation into a personal relationship with Jesus Christ and started to walk close with the Lord.
The name Real Deal came from our group. We knew there was like a difference between somebody who just says they are Christian and somebody who really lives it out and really has a close relationship with the Lord. And we could really see this in our leader, and all of us said that we also want to be that, a real deal Christian.
4 years later, they asked for a book containing the notes from their sessions. And so, a basic collection saw the light.
The stuff we learned in the group formed the basis of my faith, and it is something that I would still go back to now.
I think every person needs something that guides them in life, like a roadmap. Discipleship material is like that map.
In 2013, RealDeal Trust was founded to adapt this material for different culture groups.
In our culture, you don't always get material to help you, except the Bible that you can use on an everyday, base, or where you can afford some books and some other DVDs and stuff.
It addresses matters that we face on our daily basis and how we should overcome those challenges that we face.
Our community is broken, and some of the stories can relate to somebody else that is going through, a certain incident in their life or something that happened in the past.
Serving God in a prison, there's no mentors, there's no people that takes care of you. So you actually rely on discipleship books, materials that can guide you and go through that journey.
It really gives you a guideline to help, especially the young ones.
The book have played a major role in my life because there was this time in my life where I absolutely drifted away from God due to unforeseen circumstances. When I started reading the book, that's where I now started closing the gap between me and God and starting to understand the Word of God in a very good and a better manner.
It's about a relationship.
It made me realize that no other relationship is as important as your relationship with God.
All our content is Bible-based and shaped in collaboration with Christian volunteers from the respective communities.
I love the visual framework that's throughout this book, that helps you see it is normal people just like you and me. Do you understand? People that you can relate to, the stories, the testimonies. This is what makes this book different from all the other discipleship material that I've read so far.
As a non-profit, we make this material available at the lowest price possible, so ministries can suitably feed their flock and individuals are well equipped for their journey to eternity.
This book introduced and touched on a lot of topics that young Christians are struggling with.
I like the fact that the person can use it on their own, and then they can also recap with their mentor.
This tool have changed both me, and I believe it can change so many young people out there.
Things started changing in my life, where I had a better understanding on things that we're supposed to do as Christians and things that we're not supposed to do as Christians.
I can give this to other people, knowing that I've already read it, I've already understood it, it has made an impact in my life. Because I won't give something to someone that I haven't read before, that haven't changed me in some way.
And the book really helps you to take you to discover your purpose in life, really help you to grow in the Lord. The book will help them with deliverance, the book will help with them dealing with themselves, with internal issues, you know, help them with how to survive, you know, how to build their relationship with God, help them, you know, dealing with the fact that they didn't have the Father, with that, you know, with the Father heart. So this helped me, and it will help me also with the ministry.
We look forward to journey with you.